Hi everyone, my name's Carlos. My mother told me I was named Carlos because of my grandfather um, and one of her younger brothers that passed away when he was young. My last name is Ruiz, R-U-I-Z. It originates in Spain, just like my second last name, Garcia. Garcia is my mother's maiden name. People in Latin America usually they carry both parents' last names. I am originally from El Salvador, obviously Hispanic and Latino. My mother and her family are directly from Spain. Her mother was a Spanish immigrant to El Salvador. Um, my father's family is mestizo, which means a mixture of Spanish and indigenous descent. I am bilingual, both Spanish and English, almost equally proficient in both. My parents are in El Salvador and they speak only Spanish. Apart from my parents, I have my own family. I have four boys, ages 23, 18, 8, and a little one of 5. My wife's name is Lindsay. I have a dog named Max also. I like to say he's my age in dog years. My family has very mixed values. It's not completely collectivist or individualistic. Um, my wife is a Nebraska native, um, so she kind of influences the individualistic part um, and of our family, where I am more of like a collectivist. Um, I think the food item that is mostly associated with Salvadoran culture are pupusas, which many of you have probably heard of. And they're basically stuffed tortillas filled with cheese, beans, pork, or a mixture of one, two, or three of those. My typical meal as a child was always included a heavy breakfast, eggs, beans, tortillas. Um, Lunch was not very different from what we make here, um, and dinner was usually kind of light meal, or honestly, I would just kind of sometimes just eat fruit. I know this is different from what we do here in the US, where dinner is kind of the most important meal of the day. Favorite holiday? It's always been Christmas, pretty much the same as here, except we celebrate the 24th with parties, people dancing. We open presents at midnight on the 24th, and yes, all the kids stay awake. On the 25th, most people participate in some sort of like religious gathering. Subcultures for me, well, when I was young, most of my life I was a surfer in El Salvador. I moved here in 2015. I still follow surfing news around the world. I've been in healthcare for a very long time, all my professional life. So naturally, I kind of just follow medicine and any emerging practices. Um, I have a I do woodworking in my garage. I do mostly projects for my house, but I also follow all things DIY. The only sports I follow are the Huskers, and we love the Kansas City Chiefs also. I love science, so I watch anything that has to do with sci-fi, any shows, any movies, I'll watch those. Cultures other than my own, I'm interested in African culture, um, mostly Egyptian. I have been to Egypt about 2 years ago. I was in Egypt. I've been to South Africa also. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Just please share your comments. Thank you.